Now, groupthink works in, we go, okay, what do we know about previous things that were in here from about the stimulus? Because our brains do a category assessment, threat assessment, and all this, and all that data goes into, well, it's something similar to this. Okay, well, this works with our behavioral things that we've already set up with the IDC that says when our deity, our religion, our belief, is angry, bad environment things do, and we have to perform this ritual. So we're going to try it and see if that works. If that doesn't work, okay, you get randomized behavior. Okay, people try new things. Right? See it in behavioral studies. I don't know if you've ever seen it in behavioral studies, where you have rats or something in a maze and they're trying to find new ways to go. Or you have kids exposed to new stimulus, and they'll try randomly to do things, kick, scream, whatever, throw a punch at a new threat. Okay? Once they find something that works continuously, every time the stimulus is found, okay, that means you have a positive here, a positive here, a positive here. You're starting to work in condition effect, which generates an emergent. Okay? You have, let's see, Eric, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say Eric comes across the tornado. Never seen it before. All right. While running from the tornado, you happen across a tree, and you're sitting there banging on the tree, afraid. The tornado turns away from you. Okay. And dissipates. Do this several times. Okay. Over and over again, Eric looks for the tree. Finds a tree, bangs on it, and the tornado turns away and dissipates. Does that banging on the tree have anything to do with the tornado turning away?
As far as Eric
I
knows.
think empirical evidence would suggest so, yeah.
Evidence you do. Right, exactly. As far as you know, that works 100% of the time. And if it doesn't work, thanks to groupthink, it's an error. You did it wrong. You didn't bang on the tree the right way.
Now I know what to do if that tornado comes. I will actually cut the trees
If you bang on a tree when a tornado comes, do not swim. End result is, this forms into a ritual. Let's say when there's bad weather, we bang on trees. When we want to commune with our deities to get in contact with them, we know that banging on trees works, so we're going to bang on more trees. When we want good things to happen, we're going to bang on wood or not on wood. Mind you, knock on our own wood came quicker where they were not going to trees. But the point being is that that is how that kind of ritual system forms. You have an event that occurs, you try randomizing your behavior, and then when you link pattern recognition up with all the other cognitive systems, it slowly forms into a ritual. From groupthink, your plasticity links in with the rest of everything you know. You have conditioning that sets up the thing with pattern recognition, which I don't think I mentioned. I'm not sure. You guys know what pattern recognition is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Most people do, that's probably why I didn't forget. But you pick up the pattern. You're conditioning to feel good when you see the tree, when you see the tornado. As this translates down, trees take on a special significance. And you start viewing trees in a good light. You'll have symbols for them, etc. Understand? Which is how rituals in religion can be formed. Okay. Yeah, ritual forms being coded when exposure to stimulus occur or desire to have an exposure experience. Say you want a tornado. You want a tornado to hit your neighbors over there that stole Timmy. Or they stole Timmy's toy.
I was going to say, Timmy's still there.
Well, let's say Timmy's over there. We need another Timmy, so we got to get rid of Timmy. We see it, we want to storm a tornado, so we're going to do something to create that stimulus. So we try the tree banging thing. That doesn't work, so we're going to try random behavior. You know, well, let's say we're dancing around, high off our brains on hallucinogens, and in comes the storm. Tornado comes down, whoop, Timmy's dead. So we think, okay, well, we're not sure exactly what happened. We don't know if it was the hallucinogens, the dancing, or whatever, so we're going to try it again. We're going to do practically everything the same. You do it all the same way again. Maybe a little alteration here, a little alteration there. But eventually your pattern recognition will select a set item things that do. Okay, to create these events that desired similar. Like dancing for rain is a good one. Of trying to generate your desired result. Prayer is an easy one. People praying for whatever to get their way, which I find just funny. Okay, these are two terms that I generated too. The adjuvant ambiguity effect. Does anyone know what adjuvant means? Okay, adjuvant, in this case, it's an ingredient that modifies or enhances the secondary system, normally used in medicine. In this, it enhances the ambiguity effect. Okay, it's a cognitive process that people will experience. IGCs experience with religion. Okay, the selection of the greatest result from given stimulus that best suits a person's interpretations of the fact. Okay, like say if you're in, what would be the best? What would be your heaven? Anyone? What's your heaven?
My heaven?
What would be the best thing for you?
Intimacy. With a group of people. I'd like some.
Okay, what's yours?
I'd like to have a bunkhouse somewhere where I could hang out with a bunch of guys.
Okay.
That's my heaven.
Well, you have a bunkhouse. Okay. And the ambiguity and adjuvant ambiguity effect, because of this effect, this bunkhouse is the absolute best that it can be. Okay. The absolute best. But here's the thing, with this effect, remember me mentioning the hell thing? Heaven, hell? Okay. It works to the polar opposite as well. Whatever you think is the absolute worst, the ideal hell, the ideal punishment.
Well, you see, so that's what I'm at now.
The biggest effect of this is it assists in reassigning a negative stimulus which can result in detrimental state culture into a positive stimulus. It's guidance plan, that kind of ideal setting. I use that a lot. That's used a lot in different cultures in that setting. That's a generalized stability mechanism. It works for multiple different sources. But in this, it says, oh, okay, the negative, we are suffering without our friends and family, and all we really want is this house with a bunch of dudes that we can hang out with. So, what are we going to do to get this? We idealize the situation. This is the best it can be. This is the worst it can be. And so, by saying, oh, well, by suffering through this, we're making a positive and negative. We're going to get this. Carrot and a stick. Anthropomorphic ambiguity effect. Okay, the consignment of humanistic qualities that represent the ideal of that model. The best, okay, when religions generate their gods or deities like Zeus, Poseidon, Thor, Odin, they are the best that culture and society feels. They are the ideal of that culture and society. They represent the highest heights that you can reach. Okay? And in Christianity, there's the God and the devil on both ends. This is the worst of the worst and the best of the best. It's a cartoon. This guy was played actually by George Carlin. Little side. But they result in the representations of the human condition, basically. Whatever the human condition, the cultural stereotypes and normatives for that period of time are, you'll find in that. You understand? Like, let's say dice. Rolling the dice, the bones, or reading the bones, or whatever. Say I want the idealized version of this. You want to make up a god or a deity that will help you with this, or a luck device. You want the ideal god. The Romans are a plethora filled with deities for different things of that nature. They will have house gods, gods for agriculture, gods for war, gods for health, everything. But they will always be the idealized version, the best version of each one, each need. In Japanese culture, their ancestors transition with them throughout time, and it's always a best effect. Okay, stability mechanisms and the self-sustaining behavioral and conditioning mechanisms. Okay. As the new understanding of the world progresses, prior methodologies become suspect to change. This can become problematic when these systems are part of the overall stability mechanism for society. Some of the most common are advances in scientific understanding, logic, and philosophy, advances in understanding of suffering and harm, which serves to evolve socially accepted morals and authority. Okay, let's say Chet's house is ideal. It's based off of that when he dies, he will, and his buddies will all get together and go into the house. Now, this is based off a mistaken concept that the world is flat like a house, or two, and that everyone lives in a house, okay, or something similar, okay. Now, when Chet is exposed to new information that this isn't true, that basically Eric lives in a jungle treehouse, swinging off a vine. It's true.
Well, for whatever it's worth, the reason I say that is because there's been 3 times in my life. 2 times stationed on test ranges, missile test ranges, and another time in which I lived with the guys for either 6 months, 8 months. And those are the greatest times of my life.